So yeah, it is a little heat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out the new WalaPress Craft Heat Press by Heat Transfer Warehouse. They actually sent this one over to me, so shout out to them for hooking your girl up. Hell yeah. So the only press that I currently own right now, the only one that I've ever worked with, is the Cricut Easypress 2 in the 9x9. So this one over here is definitely a step up for me because it has a 12x10 platen. I don't even know how you say that. But yeah, this is a 12x10. So this is the press right here. This one is 14 pounds, so it is a little bit heavy for my scrawny little arms. But yeah, it comes in this like neon lime green color. So it's the press right here, and then it has its base right here, so it doesn't like damage whatever you put it on. So this protects it. And then it also came with this right here, a mat, which I think is so cool because heat presses like the handheld ones usually don't come with it. So I like the fact that this one came with it. So I believe this one is a 12x14. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a 12x14. And then this one actually comes in both Fahrenheit and Celsius settings, so you could alternate between the two. We don't use Celsius over here, but in case you do, you have that option. And the max temperature that it gets is 392 degrees Fahrenheit. So like I was saying, the only press that I've ever worked with was my Cricut, which is a 9x9. So this is definitely a step up because look, it's way bigger. Now I can finally do bigger designs, so hell yeah. And then this one has some vibrating settings. I think the vibrating settings are to give yourself more pressure. It somehow provides more pressure and has like 2 settings in that. That was kind of confusing to me in the beginning because like I said, I'm still a beginner when it comes to all these presses, so bear with me. But if you want to see how this works out and if you're interested from a beginner's perspective, then let's get started. Before we get to pressing, let's talk a little bit about the press itself. So it has a digital touch screen in the front. So to turn it on, you press this button for a few seconds. And then it turns on. And since this has Fahrenheit and Celsius, to alternate between the two, you press the plus and the minus at the same time. So we're gonna stick to Fahrenheit. So to set it, you press the center. And then that's when you set your degrees. And we're gonna stick to 302 degrees. And to set it, you press the middle. And then you put your seconds right there. We're gonna do 5 seconds. And then you set it. So this press has a vibrating function. And to get to those settings, you will click this button plus those two at the same time. And then you just go up or down depending on what you want. So the 2 is just a different setting, so it's either 1 or 2, but it's pretty much the same thing. So let's try it again. So let's go back to the 1, 3, and to set it, you would push the middle, and there it's set. So then whenever you're gonna start your press, you would just press this to start. See how it's going? And now to turn off your vibration, you would do the same thing. 0. Set it, and then it would turn it off. See, now it's off. That noise just means that it's done. And I'm not sure if you could tell, but the temperature tends to rise and decline on its own. I'm not exactly sure why it does that, so I would say kind of work fast, because even though you set your time, it's still like not in it, you know? So I would say work fast after you set it. That way it doesn't like rise or decline that much, you know? I'm sure even if it's over a few degrees or under a few degrees, it's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna ruin your project, but just wanted to point that out. So I'm gonna be pressing 2 clothing items, one of them with the vibration and one of them without. And the one without, I'm gonna be doing layers, which is why I decided to step away from the vibration, just in case that like moves my layers, you know? I don't want it to do that. So yeah, so I'm gonna do one with vibration and one without. So let's get started. So first I'm gonna press this pink sweatshirt right here, and I'm gonna put this design on it. Creative director, because that's what I am. I'm the creative director of my life. But yeah, this is the WalaCrafts Express HTV in the color white. So now let's prep the sweatshirt so we could put down our design. Now that we're ready to press, I'm just gonna put my Teflon sheet over it. And since this design only has one color, I'm gonna use the vibrating function for this one. So let's get to it. And I'm pressing this one for 5 seconds, not 4. I thought it was 4, but yeah, we're doing 5. Let's go. and you hear that noise, to turn it off, just press that. Let's see. And this you peel hot. Boom, just like that. Everything does feel like it's in there, like flat out. But I'm gonna press it one more time just in case. Boom, all done. Love it. Oh my god, looks so cute. So for the t-shirt, we're gonna be layering. So the bottom layer is gonna be this super pretty star holographic. And then it's gonna be followed by the NASA logo in white. And then to top it off and make it look extra pretty, a metal color in red. So it's my first time using metal. I lie, no it's not. But it's my first time using a pattern HTV. I'm not exactly sure if this can be layered, but we'll see. You live and learn, you know? So yeah, let's prep the shirt and then we're gonna get to pressing. We're starting with the hollow, and I believe this needs to be pressed for 7 to 8 seconds, so I'm gonna do half of that for maybe 5 seconds since I'm gonna layer. So before I begin, let me turn off the vibration on my press. There you go. So 5 seconds on this one. And this one is with no vibration. Let's hope this works. So far, so good. Now let's do the NASA. And this one is pressed at 5 seconds, so I'm just gonna do like 3 of them. Oops, I did it all. Oh my god. Moment of truth. So it did give me some lines there. Oh my god. Some section looks like it's lifting, but we shall see. Now for the metal. Since metal can be layered, that's why I decided to save it for last. Alright, let's press this one. And this one is pressed for 10 to 15 seconds, so let's change that. Oh my god, I'm scared. I really hope this doesn't damage the stars. So the metal is a cold peel, so now we wait. So I'm noticing that this section, the one that I went this corner, like press this corner, is kind of wrinkly. So I think I'm gonna go over it, all of it, one more time just to hopefully even it out. But I probably like burned it already for pressing too much. And I turned it off, by the way, but it's still hot. And that didn't do anything. Oh my god. Moment of truth, let's peel it. Damn, this red is nice. And I forgot to mention that this red, oh my god. Yeah, let's wait. Damn it. So I waited a little bit longer. Now let's peel it. It's fine everywhere except that area. I don't know what happened there, but it's kind of bubbly. But yeah. Oh my god. My poor NASA shirt. Let me just give you a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. Here it is up close and personal. It's safe to say that you can't layer patterns. But I don't know what happened because this section right here is fine and so is this one. It's this little section right here. Let me see if you could tell. You see how it's kind of wrinkly? I don't know, so I'm not going to be layering these anymore, but look how pretty this pattern is. And then the metal, everything was fine except right there, which I don't know why. But yeah. So my plan didn't go as planned, but it's not that bad. You can't really tell unless you're like looking super close to it, and no one's going to be all up in my space like that, you know, so whatever. I'm still going to rock it. So here are my 2 new designs. The press definitely made it way easier since these are such big designs. And I usually have to go in multiple times because my press doesn't fit everything. So it's good to have one that actually fits. And everything seems to have adhered great. The only issue obviously for this one was the layering, but whatever, that's my problem, not the presses. But yeah, overall I liked it, everything worked out. I will say that this press is difficult to work with little sections. So earlier I was pressing some other design on a t-shirt where I was doing like polka dots on a sleeve. So I was doing random polka dots, and that one was like a little bit too big and a little bit too hard to like control. So definitely keep that in mind. I think a bigger press is cool for like big designs, and then if you're gonna go in with little designs, just stick to like a smaller handheld press, you know? So yeah. Here are the clothing items once again. We have the creative director, and then we have the NASA. I had this design envisioned in my head and I was so excited about it. I knew there was a risk of layering patterned HTV, but I still went for it because, you know, I had never done it before and I was like, what's gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen? This is what can happen. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either, but whatever. Lesson learned. It's still a pretty HTV. So I think I actually want to remake this again, but do like a cutout version for it so nothing is layered. That way everything works out. So I think I may do that. I'm not sure because, oh my god, look at this. Is such a cute design. Tell me it's not cute. It is cute, but yeah. A bit of a fail, but whatever. We're here to learn. But at least it pressed correctly. The video is on the heat press, not on the HTV or anything, not how I press or my pressing skills. The pressing passed the test because everything is adhered correctly. Maybe I just, you know, we're gonna forget about these wrinkles. But yeah, it pressed correctly. This one came out exactly how I wanted it. The letters are pressed in there. Nothing is lifting, nothing feels like it's lifting, so that's good. So both of these definitely passed the pressing test. So overall, I think this is a great press for someone who's just beginning to get into like the HTV world, or someone who's like familiar with presses but wants something that's more travel friendly. I think this is cool, and I think it's a good way to get your feet wet for like the actual heat presses. So that's exactly what it's doing for me. It's getting me ready for like the actual big heat presses. And I don't have one of those right now because I don't have the space for it, but soon enough, because your girl needs that. That's just a complete game changer. But if you're new to the HTV world, I think this is a good starting point. It's a big size, so you have many options on press designs. I think the size is very, very convenient. Like I stated before, I've only worked with the 9x9, and even though the 9x9 is a good size, I feel like I'm very limited. So this 12x10 just gives me way more options. But yeah, overall, I think the 12x10 is a good size. I think from the beginning, I should have done a 12x10. So if you think that 12x10 is too big, I would say it's definitely not. Like if you want to do t-shirts, like adult t-shirts, I would say stick with the 12x10. But if you're thinking more of like onesies or little kid clothes, then I would say maybe go smaller. But I think 12x10 is definitely the way to go. Go big or go home, dude. 12x10, yes. And then also I forgot to mention that this press has a mug option. I'm not even exactly sure what it is, but it has a little connection right here. So I guess you connect something to do with mugs. I've never pressed mugs or anything sublimation. I don't know anything about that, but yeah, there's an option here. So I think that's kind of cool. So it's a mug press of some sort, and then a regular press. And I think this handle right here is very convenient since it's like higher. Your hands don't have to go like lower, you know, so you kind of have something better to grip on and like push down. So I think this one right here is very comfortable. But I will say that when I was pressing, since you do press down on this one and the on button is right there, you have to make sure not to press with your hand like this, because since it's touch sensitive, it will turn off. So do your pressing over here, not up here. That's what I learned, because it will turn off your time. So make sure to hold it down here and not up here. And also, there's a caution right here. This part does get hot. I didn't even attempt to touch it, but you know when something says don't touch, it makes you want to touch it. But yeah, I didn't touch it. And this area around here, it does get kind of hot, but it's not like you can't touch it, you know? But yeah, this area does tend to get a little bit hot, but I think this one right here definitely gets hotter. But yeah, this is the press right here in the lime green. I do wish it would come in pink. You know your girl loves herself some pink, so just saying. So hopefully they come out with more colors. But yeah, let's talk about some pros and cons. So for the pros, the plate, it's a very good size. It's large. It gives you a lot of options. I like the handle. Like I stated, it gives you like an easy way for you to like lean on it, you know, to apply the pressure, because it's like raised. The handle is raised. So I like that. I actually think the vibration function is kind of cool, but I would say do not, oh my God, I forgot to mention this. Do not use the vibration on, I would say, metal HTV, because I kept trying to make this thing better, so I went with it off camera. I pressed it again one more time and I was like, let me try out the vibration setting, so I did that, and it totally bubbled this section right here. Oh my God, I should have never done that. Oh my God. Okay, well, whatever. So I would say be careful with what you use the vibration function with. I don't think you can use it with sublimation because you know how sublimation, you don't want it to move, and I think the vibration might cause it to move a little bit. So I would say don't use it with sublimation. Don't use it with metal because for some reason it messed this one completely up. So just be careful with what you use the vibration with. I would say just stick to like the solids. The solid HTV is nothing too fancy. But yeah, I think the vibration is like a cool different way because I did the vibration with this one. And I like the results, you know, and it's cool to have something different like that. So I like the vibration. And now for the cons, it would definitely have to be the temperature. The way it rises and declines on its own, it totally had me confused. I was going crazy thinking I was the one doing something wrong, but no, it was just the machine that does that. And when it would actually stay on its temperature, I was like, wait, like this is new. So yeah, so it's kind of confusing at first seeing it rise or decline. Like it doesn't really go that much of a difference, and it doesn't, I don't think, affect the HTV in the end, but still I wish it would stay in the temperature that you originally set it at, you know. So that's my only con. I wish it would just stick with what you set it at. But either way, I still think this is a good portable heat press. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is attach HTV onto fabrics. That's exactly what it did, and it provided enough pressure where no lifting was caused, and I think that's like the most important. So definitely check it out if you're on the hunt for a handheld press. And I forgot to mention that this one is cheaper than the Cricut 12x10, and this one comes with the mat, so just saying, you get more bang for your buck with this one. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'll have this one linked down below. It is an affiliate link. You don't have to use it, but if you do, your girl appreciates it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.